Are you tired of writing super long prompts and hoping that AI is going to give you the right answer? Well, I have great news. Claude AI has, with its new Opus model and with its new Fable model, goal-based functionality. So don't write a huge long prompt with 14 steps. Write a concise prompt and give your AI a goal. Let's try this out. In this example, we're going to use a simple prompt that's goal-based, that's going to give you an amazing 21-page investor presentation. This is Frank from Obelisk, and I save you marketing dollars using AI. So there are some new updates here for Opus 5, and some of the things that it's suggesting it helps out with include creating polished PowerPoints, slide decks, working on complex data analysis, and doing research on dense material. I'm going to ask Opus 5 to create an investor-focused presentation for Meridian Attitudes Coffee. Again, I'm adding in some sample images, and I want to see what type of content it's going to create for me. So let's try that out. Claude's going to ask me a few questions. So in this case, I'm hoping to get 3 to 4 million. Actually, let's see if it can suggest a few locations. I want to see what it finds just on its own. And the selection I want is I want it to create a PowerPoint deck and use industry benchmarks here. Now, one of the things that I'm doing in this example is I'm using a much smaller prompt, and I'm allowing the model to go out and do the work. So notice on the right-hand side, it's showing the progress. So Claude is going out, and Opus 5 is researching the coffee market and demographics in the Greater Toronto Area. It's looking at target neighborhoods. And next, it's going to be building unit economics models. It's going to be creating a PowerPoint deck with what it finds, and then it's going to verify the figures within the slides. So one of the things that I've been noticing in the models, and Anthropic said this, is that the models now are starting to become more goal-based as opposed to needing a thorough prompt. So you need to give them room to go in and explore and look for different ways to solve the challenge you're providing. There is this example with Meridian Attitudes Coffee. I've created this exact slide deck within the context of Claude Design, and it does a spectacular job. But what I also wanted to do was try it just with Opus 5 and see kind of the content it created to see how it compares to Claude Design. And I've also tried this in Gemini as well. So right now it's going in, it's creating a slide deck of at least 21 slides, and it's going through and refining the facts that it found and fixing any issues, whether those be related to images or whether those be related to any particular facts that it found. So let's see how it finishes up. And it shows what places that it would suggest. And in fact, as it's gone out and taken a look at the Greater Toronto Area, it's suggesting 5 different options. One in Liberty Village, one at Yonge and Eglinton, one at Leslieville and Queen East, one at Vaughan Metropolitan Station, and one at Port Credit. All valid locations and all actually walkable locations or places that are close to subway stations, with a lot of foot traffic. Let's take a look at the presentation itself. Okay, 5 cafes, 1 compass. It's kind of come up with its own tagline. It talks about some of the amount of money that would be required in this case for the investment or the investment that we're looking for. What is happening in terms of the growth of the population and why the GTA is a good market. Okay. A couple of concepts around how it made its selections, all right, relating to transit, relating to places that are close to condos, places that have a greater population density, and also how certain independent chains, coffee chains, have been struggling in the past while, and strong brand helps uh, solidify that coffee business. Okay, so we're going in and bringing out some other concepts within the business. 3 cafes training. The playbook works. Cafe 1, Cafe 2, Cafe 3. Kind of a timeline for opening. Where to build. 2 anchor sites to carry the portfolio. What are the flagship restaurants? And the 3 growth bets. And so this is very thoughtful as to how Claude is conceptualizing the pitch to investors, saying, let's build these first, or these are our flagship stores, and then let's grow with these additional 3 stores. Okay, and it breaks down some costs here, and it's gone out into the internet and checked to see roughly what the costs might be per square foot. Now I'd need to go in and do more research to figure out, are those fully valid? But these are a good starting point. Okay, talks about profit and loss, the allocation of the 3.5 million raised, and the timeline, even a graph with a kind of a 5-year horizon path to profitability, who the competition is, Tim Hortons, Starbucks, other independents. All right. Risk analysis, 5 reasons how we can succeed, who's building it, and the ask. Okay. And here's some list of assumptions in an appendix. Okay, so now I've opened up the presentation in PowerPoint. And one thing you'll notice is not only, from a design point of view, has it matched the colors and all the fonts that it provided, but I can go in and I can make any edits here that I wish. Okay, so NotebookLM goes in and it creates slide decks, and they're beautiful slide decks, and then you have these images that you have to then edit. It doesn't necessarily give you all of the text boxes laid out within the context of a PowerPoint. Whereas Claude, I can go in, and as I go in and do some additional research on these facts, I can edit that content or replace it entirely, right? But again, it's an excellent starting point, and I created this presentation in just a few minutes. I can start feeding more information to Claude, have it update the presentation, and again, build out this PowerPoint. Okay. But I can also use this as a starting point and research all the validity of using these particular locations, and go in greater depth. Now you know how to create more goal-based, simpler prompts. This is Frank from Obelisk, and I help you save marketing dollars with AI. And I'll see you in the next one. Get your copy of the AI Automation Handbook. Click the link in the description below.